Hi, it's Maggie the Irish Gypsy here to bring you your July 2019 general reading. We are looking at the first half of July here from the 1st through the 15th. Thanks to everyone for joining us here today. Welcome to any first timers and newcomers, and welcome back to any followers and subscribers. Thanks for taking the time to tune in today and for sending in all your support, feedback, and comments. And always a big shout out to all of my clients out there, both regular and new, for the continual busyness with personal readings. It's an honor and a pleasure to read for you. Thank you. To read for all of you, really. If any of you are interested in scheduling a personal reading with me, live or recorded, I offer a wide variety of readings in all areas of life, and you can get more info and contact details by clicking on the description link below, or you can go to my YouTube channel's homepage and click on the About button there. You can email me directly at maggie@gmail.com. I'd be delighted to work with you. I can usually respond to your initial inquiry within the same day or the first 24 hours. And scheduling the actual reading is pretty timely too. I do readings full-time, 6 days a week, sometimes 7 days a week. It's all that I do. So I'm pretty diligent at working with everyone's schedules and mine to set up readings for you as quickly as possible. So send me an email if you're interested and we'll go from there. All right, moving right into this reading. This reading is for the air sign of Gemini, our beloved twins, for the first half of July 2019. Remember that general readings always resonate a little differently for everybody watching, and in general readings, because there's so many of you watching. So to get additional information and additional clarification, it's helpful to watch your other signs if you know them, your rising sign, moon sign, Venus signs as well. Okay, Gemini, let's see what the first half of July has for you. Okay, Gemini, we begin with the Knight of Wands, followed by the King of Wands. We have the Hermit, followed by the Six of Cups. And from the bottom of the deck, your overall energy for the first half of July is the Nine of Swords. So much stress, anxiety, and worry. It's usually unrealistic fears about the future. You're thinking about something over and over again, anticipating what's going to happen, trying to write the script for a future which hasn't played out yet, and it's always the worst possible outcome. Or just a lot of stress, anxiety, insomnia, fearing the worst, when actually it is somewhat illusionary, meaning that the source of your concern or fear, might be valid, but this card usually comes up when you're building it up in your head to be bigger and worse than is actually reflected in the reality of the situation. It's just not that big and horrible. So you can definitely lessen or even reverse that energy. Let's see what that stress is about. There's a lot of fast movement in this reading for the first half of July. Something is happening quite quickly. Maybe the speed of it is what's stressing you out. Let's see what this Nine of Swords is about. Oh, card just flipped right out. Two cards, actually. The Eight of Wands and the Two of Cups. So the Eight of Wands is a card of travel, of fast movement, messages, communication, conversations going back and forth very quickly, very swiftly, travel, divine timing and orchestration kind of pushing this forward as well. And then the Two of Cups, which is the traditional soulmate, best friends, kindred spirits, karmically connecting you and another person. So there's some stress and anxiety. There's a lot of fast movement in this reading, Gemini. We have, and it looks like that maybe initially is what's causing this stress and anxiety. We have the Knight of Wands and the King of Wands. Wands is fire energy, and so this is very aggressive, action-oriented, forward-moving, fast-moving energy, passionate, enthusiasm. We have the Knight of Wands and the King of Wands. I really feel like the Knight of Wands represents the speed at which this is moving or coming together quite quickly. It can also represent travel as well, along with the Eight of Wands. But I feel like the other person is actually represented by the King of Wands. It could be a fire sign person, Leo, Aries, Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, or Rising, or somebody who manifests like this very charismatic, action-oriented, standing in his own power kind of individual, showing up as a king, but could be a female as well. I feel like feels very specific to a group of people. I feel like you're either moving towards this King of Wands, or this King of Wands is moving towards you. And I feel like I feel like there's travel involved in it for a lot of you. It might be that you're traveling to be with this person. It might be that this person is traveling to be with you. I feel like it's happening quickly. I feel like the plans for it are coming together quickly, and perhaps you're having to do a lot of work to prepare for the trip, which could be where some of this stress is coming from as well. I feel like the two of you are connected in a karmic sort of soulmate relationship. This could be in a romantic sense. It could also be in a best friend, you know, kindred spirit sort of way as well. And I feel like it's coming together very fast, or it feels like it's coming together very fast. And again, that can be the source of what some of this stress about. But I also feel like some of it is that in some way, either traveling towards this person or this person traveling towards you, coming together, may make you feel sort of isolated from your family, or from another group of people that are close to you like family, which is interesting because we have the Hermit and the Six of Cups here as well. You know, usually I get a few different, you know, messages and scenarios for readings, but this one I'm just getting this one very specifically, so it might be one of those readings that it only resonates for a handful of you. But the Hermit can represent walking a solitary sort of path, walking a path by yourself, doing it because you feel divinely led and guided to do it, because that's what hermits do. Hermits, monks, monastics. It doesn't just represent somebody who goes off to be by themselves. They do it for a reason. They retreat from the distractions and noise of day-to-day life in order to seek out guidance, wisdom, insight, clarity, quiet their minds. But it's a solitary path. It can represent feeling alone, and that's not necessarily a bad thing, but here it feels like maybe it's not all that great, that somehow traveling to be with this person, or them coming to you, or just you coming together with this person in this relationship, makes you feel separate somehow, or your fear and concern is that it's going to make you separate somehow or alone from the Six of Cups, from family, either your family or maybe a group of people that you feel is your family. It could be maybe your religious or spiritual community as well, which is interesting. It might be that maybe you're in a relationship that has had some difficulty, some ups and downs. Maybe it's one that your friends and family or close ones, you know, disapprove of, or don't feel like, you know, you're making the right decision by being with this person, or by, you know, moving swiftly to come together with this person, because it feels like in this process of whatever it is that you're having to do and the other person's having to do to come together, that it's estranging you or creating some separation and distance between you and your family, or a group of people that you feel as like a family. It could be friends as well too, because the Six of Cups can represent family, childhood friends, people that you have history with, roots of origin. But the thing is, there's this karmic connection here. So, and it's not just the Two of Cups doesn't just show up because you. I don't feel like this Two of Cups is showing up here, Gemini, just because you feel like this is your soulmate, or that you have this karmic connection and compelling energy with this person. I actually feel here like this is Spirit saying you are karmically connected with this person. And soulmates, that karmically connected relationship, can come in all different forms. It can be a best friend. It can be somebody that you don't always get along with well together. It can be a romantic, you know, karmic connection. The reason that the karmic connection is there, meaning God, Spirit, your angels and guides bringing you together, is for the purpose of your learning some very valuable lessons for your own growth and evolvement as a human being, to become more and better, which is why we're here, for you and for the other person. Now, sometimes that means if the lesson doesn't get learned, there will be multiple opportunities with this person. Maybe you go together and come apart, go together and come apart, or another person like that will be attracted to you until the lesson is learned. Sometimes you're meant to learn this lesson and grow together for a long time or for your life down the road, and sometimes the relationship or that connection ends after the lesson's been learned, although the energy of that lesson and that person remains with you. So soulmates don't necessarily, the energy in the lesson sticks with us, but the person doesn't necessarily always remain with us and we with them. Sometimes it does and sometimes it doesn't. I'm not in charge of the big plan. That's kind of God and the guide's job here. But I do feel like this is that kind of relationship here. So I feel like even though it may cause some separation or distance between you and this family or friends or people, I feel like it's something the two of you are going to do anyway because you feel divinely led and inspired to do that. But I also feel like this Nine of Swords, it's way too much negative energy. I feel like, the people who truly love you, your family, your friends, they may or may not approve of this. They may or may not approve of your coming together again at this time, but they're still going to be there, loving you and supporting you and wanting the best for you. So cut this energy down or try to throw it out the window if you can. It's not that bad and it's not going to be like that. So Gemini, that pretty much wraps up your reading for the first half of July 2019. I hope you found it helpful and useful, or at least it validated some of what you've been going through. You can let me know in the messages below or by emailing me. If any of you are interested in scheduling a personal one-on-one reading with me, particularly if any of these videos resonate with you, please feel free to email me directly at Maggie1McGuire@gmail.com. I'd be delighted to work with you. I do love and romance readings, relationship compatibility charting, which takes a look at different aspects of each person in a specific relationship. I do career, work, and finance readings, investment readings, and I also offer 6 and 12-month overviews, which take a look at what's coming in all the main areas of your life over the next 6 or 12 months, depending on how far ahead you want to look, which a lot of people find useful in terms of planning ahead. And I also offer gift readings for friends, family, and loved ones, especially for people you don't know what to get them, because there's nothing more personal than a personal reading. So a few different options to choose from if you're interested. I look forward to hearing from you. So Gemini, I'll see you all again in a couple of weeks for the July 2019 mid-month readings. Until then, as always, I wish you joy, peace, blessings, and I hope to see you back here again soon. Take care. Bye-bye.